Home Alone. Yeah, we got this version of Home Alone for the NES. #1 movie for a long time, at least during that season. And then we also got Home Alone 2, and this is plays completely different than Home Alone 1. This one plays more like a linear stage-by-stage kind of game. Iron Sword. This is Wizards and Warriors 2, and this game, another game by Rare, great animation, super fun game. Of the 3 Wizards and Warriors games, well, I guess I like this second. I like the first one first, second one second, third one third. The first game did come out in Japan as something, it was named something else, but it was still Wizards and Warriors. But they never got Iron Sword, that's too bad. James Bond Jr., this is a cartoon I remember being on and literally never watched, but they had the video game, so there you go. James Bond Jr., sure. Jaws, another one of those games that I think a lot of people played. There are people who can speedrun this game in like 3 or 4 minutes. I'm just like, I've seen how they do it, and it's like, it never looks like that for me. But still. Joe and Mac, another game that I could have seen come out for the Famicom, but it didn't come out. It came out for the NES, though. It doesn't play exactly the same as the arcade. It doesn't play exactly the same as it does for, like, let's say the Super Nintendo, but it's still a very good game. The Jungle Book, man, the animation on this is amazing. Love the Jungle Book here. You know, it's alright. Jurassic Park, another one of those games like, man, you can't wait to see all the great Jurassic Park games, but it's hard to top that first one for the Sega Genesis. But this one plays like its own thing, a little overworld, you know, shooting the other dinosaurs and stuff. It's like, I don't want to shoot the dinosaurs, I just want to, you know, try to leave the island or something. Karate Champ never came out, believe it or not, in Japan. I guess you can believe it, but here we go. Karate Champ. I'm a little weird with the NES pad, but the NES controls, if you find your favorite moves that work, you just stick with those. From Karate Champ to Karate Kid, another game all about kicking and stuff like that, and yeah, there you go. Karate Kid. It came out in the US. And it is a shock that Kickmaster did not come out. Maybe it's another one of those late release games, came out, you know, during the times of the Super Nintendo. We're like, no, we're just going to put all of our efforts in the Super Nintendo. I don't know what it was like there during this time. But man, what a great game. Kickmaster, some of my favorite graphics on an NES game. Super, super fun. Love this one. King's Quest V was the first King's Quest game I played because I did not have a computer growing up. Every time I would see a computer game, I was like, well, I hope they bring that out to the NES. And this was one they did. And I love games like this. Like you know, use this on this, talk to this person, grab this item. What a fun game. I played through it. I played through it again just a few months ago, and maybe it's time I do it again. Kiwi Craze. Why didn't they just call it New Zealand Story? But again, Kiwi Craze. Surprising they didn't get this game in Japan. How cute it is and everything like that. Come on. Legendary Wings. What a legendary game here. I don't know if I've ever seen this in the arcade, now that I think about it. If you're not familiar, vertical shooter that can go into a side-scrolling, go through the dungeons thing. I mean, the screenshot's always that giant mouth, like, sucking you in. And the rest of the game, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like this game. Huge fan of Lemmings, and then here's Lemmings. You have to assign the Lemmings different jobs to get to the goal. Lethal Weapon, yeah. I've heard all the Lethal Weapon references, my last name literally being Riggs growing up, and man, this game's terrible. I'll leave it at that. Low G-Man, I remember seeing the Nintendo Power spread on Low G-Man. I'm thinking to myself, oh, that looks pretty cool. And you play it and you're like, oh yeah, it is pretty cool. Not the best game of all time, but you know, it's certainly better than most. Marble Madness, another game I need a lot of help with. As much as I love this game, man, I sludge through the best I can, but I've seen people just plow through it like it's nothing. Monster in My Pocket. This is a toy line that I wish would make a resurgence. You got the vampire, also got the Dracula-looking guy, and it just plays like a great, you know, run and attack style game here. 2-player as well. Monster Party, another one of those weird things that was made in Japan, but did not come out in Japan. But we got it here in the United States, and I'm glad we did, because I love this game. I have a lot of love for Monster Party. Miss Pac-Man, I mean, not much more to what else we can say about it. It's Miss Pac-Man. Narc, well, Narc's a pretty fun game. Boy, it took the arcades by storm, didn't it? It had like 19 buttons on the console. And you know, you don't have to shoot them. You can arrest them too. However, when you have a rocket launcher, you can see like their parts flying around. That's pretty cool too. Nightmare on Elm Street, another game from LJN. I think most LJN games did not come out in Japan. But out of all the LJN games, this one is one of the better ones. 4 players simultaneous, can go to the dream world, big creepy monsters. It's just any game that had some creepiness to it was usually ones I would look out for. Q*bert, Japan didn't get a classic of Q*bert. Man, listen, Q*bert's one of my favorite arcade games. It was one of my favorite games growing up playing. I played a lot of it on the Atari 2600. Huge fan of Q*bert, and a huge fan of Kix as well. My strategy with Kix, as I speed up the footage here, is to kind of box him in. Because you have like the 2 buttons, A and B buttons. One of them, you move faster. but you get less points, and one of them you move slower, but you get a lot more points. And I try to box them in, and then that way when I box them in, I just use the slower method, and then just cash it all in all at once. RC Pro-Am. We got to talk about RC Pro-Am, another classic here. You race around the tracks, and sometimes you can get weapons like mines or missiles. They also did make an RC Pro-Am 2, and both of these games did not come out in Japan. It's unfortunate. RC Pro-Am 2 came out too late, I think. It would have been nice if RC Pro-Am 2 would have come out like maybe a year, maybe 2 years later. But it came out like a few years later.